was a dark day when I lost my faith. I wasn't the pony I thought I'd be, and it seemed that no one could relate. There was nothing left for me to see. So I took a walk to the edge of the town, the thought of leaving it all behind, when I saw a little letter fall right out of the sky, as a gray mare hovered way up high. I thought I was crazy when I saw her wave, and then simply fly away. So I opened the letter and looked inside, and what was written made my day. It said, "Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star." To this day, the writing on that page is modeled by the tears I shed. 'Cause at that moment something inside me changed, and a bright new path I led. I ran back home and I picked up my old guitar, and I started strumming these chords, and I sang her words along with their song, and I heard someone sing along, and we sang, "Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star." I turned around and I saw her at my door, a cute gray mare with the wall-eyed stare. She said,
I've heard you play and sing before, and I heard a sadness I could not bear. I just wanted to tell you that the hardest thing I faced wasn't the teasing or the pain. It was convincing myself I wasn't stupid, strange, or lame, and helping others do the same.
These last few years flew by just like a blur. I'm now exactly where I should be, and I know I owe it all to her. That beautiful mare who believed in me. a shining star.
Isn't it great?
When you learn to love just who you are.
All right, guys. Hey, what's going on? Can you hear my mic okay? Do I need to turn it up a bit? How do you feel? Let's not get into autoplay here. No, let's not play it again. Let me look at the chat. Okay, hi. Luck Rock, 1987 Derpy, Flamethrower 08, Flynn, thank you for joining me. DI Joker, thank you for joining me. Pull 7645, thank you for joining me. All of you are awesome. Fourth Derpy, Ben, Brandon Wongton, Mike is good. Excellent. Thank you for telling me. That's wonderful. Cookie Dash, Ponka. Hey guys, what's going on? Caswell, Movie Fan 12. Awesome. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. This was kind of an impromptu thing for me. I've been occupied working on something for Ciderfest, and consequently, I don't have Upheaval Sunday for today. And I apologize if I look stupid. I don't think I've done makeup or anything today, so all good. So why am I I'm literally kind of shaky. I'm a little bit nervous, so I don't know why. Yeah. Tonight, a lot of you know Great to Be Different. In fact, probably all of you that have tuned in right now know Great to Be Different. But, and a lot of you know the story behind it. But I want to go a little bit further than that, because I was just kind of randomly looking through some stuff, and I didn't intend to do this at all. This is entirely impromptu for me. But I found a bunch of behind the scenes stuff from my early recordings for Great to Be Different that I wanted to share. And my feet are caught, my cables. Oh God. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can try to get a date off of these. It's probably going to be completely wrong. No, it's not. Hey, look at that. So I wanted to go back, and the clips that I'm going to play tonight are obviously pre-transition for me, so it's going to sound like Old Forest Rain, so great for those of you that love Old Forest Rain, and for those of you that have no clue what I'm talking about, you're going to be terribly confused, and I apologize. I did transition male to female, and that's kind of part of what this song means to me these days, but anyway, the earliest file that I'm sharing with you is from July 4th, the 4th of July on 2012, which means that this song was written on the 3rd of July, I believe. But that's pretty cool. That's 5 years ago now that this song was written. Let me minimize this so I can see the chat again. Cool. Great. So for those of you that might not know the story behind this song, which I'll just play it again, but really quietly. Yeah, background music. Very, very quiet. In fact, inaudible until, there we go. Okay, that's fine. So I don't want it to be distracting. Hey, Caper, thank you for joining. Yeah, this is just impromptu and I just started, so you're not missing anything. Those of you that are tuning in, you're tuning in at the beginning. So the story behind this song, I was at BronyCon 2012. It was my first convention ever, and I was selling artwork at a table in the Artist Alley. In fact, I was doing an auction for 6 pieces of artwork. And at one point I left the table to go do something, like pick up food or something like that. And when I came back, I saw a little letter. And in fact, the letter looked exactly like this. And this was sitting at my Artist Alley table. It was obviously sealed in this letter. Didn't have the signature. I got Rebecca to sign it for me afterwards. But it was sitting in this little envelope. I came back to the Artist Alley table, picked up the envelope, opened it up, looked inside, and inside was a note that just said, "It's great to be different. Love, Derpy." And yeah, it touched me a little bit, and I had a little moment where I was alone, surrounded by a sea of people, because I was just so touched by this letter. And it inspired me, but I put it away, compartmentalized it, continued doing my thing at the convention, had an awesome time. It was an amazing convention. My first convention ever. Obviously, your first convention is always the most amazing convention for you. But I went home, discovered the letter a day or two later, and was terribly inspired by it, and wrote all the lyrics immediately that night. And actually, if I look, I keep all my lyrics in a shelf at the side of my desk, and I bet you anything, I can probably find it. Here, let me look really quickly for like 5 seconds. Let's see if I can find it for you guys. This is the point where I'm like, gee, this is something I probably should have done before the live stream started, because who wants to sit through me looking through a bunch of things on my desk? This is like the most boring thing in the world. I know I've seen it. If I play something, I'll continue looking through these, I guess, and see if I can find it, if I can't readily find it right now. What is this? Man, I got the weirdest crap in here. I have a Mariana's Trench song. I have a song from Rent. I have Creepy Doll from Jonathan Colton. The Sun Rises, that cover I did with Electric Explosion, that's in here. A Beautiful Heart So Strong and True, that's Fluttershy. Oh, I found it. I found it, you guys. Here, it's so faded. Look at how faded this is. This is 5 years old. So this is my original printed copy with marked up stuff, as well as like on the back I have the added bits at the end of the song. So yeah, this is a 5-year-old sheet of paper, and this was almost entirely, everything that was typed on this was done the night before. The next day I looked at it and I edited it. And yeah, let's sort some of these, put this all back. But I wanted to share with you and just kind of do some commentary on some of these things. So I'm going to hit pause on this, and I'm going to go ahead and play this early idea. So this was recorded on the 4th of July of 2012, and this is going to be a little rough. Actually, it's going to be a lot rough because it's just me singing into a microphone with my pre-transition voice. So you get to hear how different my voice is now from how it was then. But let's go ahead and take a listen.
Hey. Isn't it great to be different?
This is me playing with
Isn't
different
it wonderful
ideas
to be
here.
exactly who you are? Don't you know that when you start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star? Derpy told me that na 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 na.
Even after I write the lyrics, I can't remember them.
Na, na, na,
You can hear like the traces of the actual song in this.
Alright, second take, I wrote some more lyrics.
Ooh, that voice.
Well, Derpy always told me that the hardest thing she faced wasn't the teasing or the pain. It was convincing herself she wasn't stupid, strange, or lame,
I sometimes like that
and
still.
trying to get others to do the same.
I just want to comment on that. I love that, and I don't know why I didn't use it. Convincing herself she wasn't stupid, strange, or lame. I don't know why I wouldn't. Why didn't I use that? That's so good. I like that.
Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are?
For some reason, this excites me so much.
Don't you
just
know
listening to this
that
old stuff.
when you start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star? Something like that.
Something like that.
Alright, here's a variation on the chorus. Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? Don't you know that when you start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star?
All right, so I think that's pretty much all that's in that file. The next thing I want to look at, and like that's obviously like the very first things I put down. So I was very close. Like even at the inception of these lyrics, I was very close to what the final melody would be. There was just a few changes in it. And the next thing I want to play here, am I looking at date modified? Yes, I am. No, am I? I don't know if I am. Sorry, I'm just sorting my folders here so I can make sure that things are in order. So actually, I recorded this chorus idea before I recorded the verse. So let's listen to this chorus idea. This is so different from what actually came out, and there's, in a way, I kind of like it. It was kind of similar to like my pop punk style, and obviously I walked a little bit further away from the pop punk style and went more pop with the final version. And I worked on this song for probably about a month and a week maybe, in order to get it completely right to how I wanted it. But here's the very first thing that I did after I kind of got the idea of what I was looking for. And listen, this is so different.
And we sang, isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star.
Isn't that different? Oh my God. It's just, it stupidly excites me and I have no clue why, but I'm just like, man, that's pretty cool. Like it was just like such a faster paced, happy version. Let me just play through that one more time. I'm sorry. I need to just fully enjoy this. And hopefully you guys will be okay with this. Feel free to rip this from the video afterwards and use it, or I might just take everything that I play tonight and put it into a little zip file so that people can download it with this video. But let's take a look.
And we sang, isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star.
And you can hear these bells. These bells are almost exactly used in the actual song, but just for the piano, just not as happy. So yeah, I love that little like pause. Like obviously I was heavily influenced by a lot of the alternative music at the time. So that whole it's pretty cool. But anyway, start remixing. I'm fine with you guys remixing this song. I have no problems. Anybody that wants to do a cover or remix, go for it. Totally good. Let's move on to the next thing. The next thing is the verse idea. So let's just check the date. So this chorus idea was done on the 7th, which was 3 days after the early concept. So I was working on putting that together for like 3 days to get to that point. And then when I got to this verse, it was the 12th, July 12th of 2012. So an additional math many days after 7. an additional 5 days after the 7th. So let's give it a listen to that.
It was a dark day when I lost my faith. I wasn't the pony I thought I'd be, and it seemed that no one could relate. There was nothing left for me to see, so I took a walk to the edge of the town, thought of leaving it all behind, when I saw a little letter fall right out of the sky as a gray mare hovered way up high. I thought I was crazy when I saw her wave and then simply fly away. So I opened the letter and looked inside, and what was written made my day. It said,
So that's interesting. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get this chat box going in here. Yeah, look at that. Just because I think it's important for people to sort of see your comments too. So when we're watching this video later, we can see them, because I don't think the YouTubes allows us to show this kind of stuff. And anybody starts spamming it, you know, obviously I'll take it off. But bagpipes, yeah. And you'll notice that, like, this was, I think, before I did Cycle of Love, and I did something very similar with Cycle of Love. In fact, Cycle of Love starts the exact same way as it's like YouTube is listening to me. It starts the exact same way as Great to Be Different. You can hear that? Very similar. All the strings just kind of fade in. And when we get into like the ending part of Cycle of Love, yeah, so I obviously got to doing the bagpipes at some point. In fact, I think those were Julian pipes. 2 years after I did Great to Be Different, I did the bagpipes finally. So, you know, awesome. But going back to that verse idea, so I had those bagpipes at the beginning, and I like how happy it is. I don't know why I didn't do them. I think I wanted it a little bit more somber.
it was a dark day
Now listen to the
when
guitar
I
here.
lost my faith. I wasn't the pony I thought I'd be,
So this guitar that,
and it seemed that no one could relate. There was nothing left for me to see.
that guitar
So I
is amazingly close to what Aoshi did with Different Alone. Which, if you haven't heard this song, listen to it. It's he did a prequel and tied in a lot of really personal stuff. And this song, literally, it makes me cry every time. So I'm not going to play the whole thing, because otherwise I'll just be sitting here bawling at you guys. But listen here, the guitar.
Man, all these days, they go by so fast. Once I thought a beautiful thing like this would always last. She gave me friendship, not a dream or a magic
Kinda
show.
similar,
It's the perfect
which kinda
place
struck
for
me.
to be.
I did-
I feel it, I know you're
I did something very similar to Aoshi's stuff originally, and it's interesting, these themes that kind of tie through between, you know, the original song and covers. So moving on, what is the next thing that I finally got to? Instrumentation test. Interesting. I didn't load this one into here. So I have an instrumentation test. We'll see what that sounds like.
Thought I was crazy when I saw her wave,
This is me just kind of...
and then simply fly away. So I opened the letter and looked inside.
Obviously missing a few instruments, but
What was written made my day.
my singing isn't on par.
And it said, isn't it great to be different?
And this is still my guitars back in the
Isn't
day,
it
so
wonderful?
it's not as good as it's not as good as the guitars that go on the long track, which were done by Turquoise, I believe.
You'll become a shining star.
So that electric guitar is something that I cut out, which is interesting. Yeah. Let's see. Early full song derpy test. So early full song is going to pretty much be just like the released song with a couple differences.
It was a dark day when I lost my faith.
I'm not going to play this whole thing, but
I wasn't the pony I thought I'd be.
okay, I'll lower the volume.
And it seemed that no one could relate. There was nothing left for me to see. So I'm
going to drop this down to maybe like 38, and that way if I talk over it, you should be able to hear me better.
Right new path I led. I ran back home and I picked
And
up
I had a bass
guitar.
recorded, a real bass recorded, I think by Kyrell the Fox, otherwise known as Cyril the Wolf. And it sounded much better. I still used this bass for one part of the song. I don't remember which part it is, but
Someone sing, I just wanted to tell you that the heart, convincing myself.
so listen to
I
this
wasn't
bridge
stupid,
on
strange,
this
or
one.
lame, and helping others do the same.
I don't know if I'm clipping it on you guys.
These last few
Yeah, so interesting. I didn't have a lot going on in that little part. It was just very minimalistic. And let me. I remember that I was sending that back and forth to Cyril for him to kind of look at and give feedback. A tutorial video over this song. Now that's something I never considered, but I could definitely. I'll put it into my list of ideas. Thanks, Allison. Yeah, so when you were listening to this early version of the song, it sounds very similar to what we had had for the final thing. But this early full song, this was recorded on the 25th. So that's 20 days, 21 days actually after the song was written and the original concepts for the melody were recorded. 21 days to get to that point. You can tell that I obviously put a ton of effort into getting the song exactly right. But yeah, so I was sending it back and forth to Cyril, and he said, "You need whistling." I'm like, "I need whistling?" He's like, "Yes, in that quiet bridge, you need to whistle the melody." And I was like, "Okay, sounds stupid, but cool. I'll give it a try." Gave it a try. Obviously, it worked out. The other thing I did with it was I added some sound effects to it. So I have like a little babbling brook and some forest ambience and stuff like that happens during that part. So if you actually like turn it up and listen to it on headphones, you can hear it. What is What is the next thing? We got early full song with guitar. So that would be Turquoise Splash sending me the guitar. So that's just... This is his good guitar in it. This sounds pretty much like the release version. Sorry, I'm talking with the thing loud. So this is with Turquoise's guitar, and this sounds pretty much like the release version. And I don't know if the whistling's in here yet. Obviously, Desi's voice isn't in yet, so that's just me singing Derpy's part. No whistling yet. That's funny. So still no whistling at that point, which is the, with guitar, was August 3rd. So almost an entire month after it was written. In fact, an entire month after it was physically written. After this happened. Yeah. What's the next thing? I got a bunch of whips from just like adjusting mixing and stuff like that. Part band, quiet chorus. So this might be a test that I sent to Cyril. Still no whistling. But that's interesting. I wonder why I made this. I obviously chopped this part out to do something with it, but I have no clue what it was. So obviously, from that point on, I had a few whips. Decibelle solo.
I turned around and I saw
I think this is me recording and maybe giving her a guide for it.
that cute gray mare with the wall-eyed stare.
We'll see if her vocals show up on this.
She said, I've heard you play and sing before, and I heard a sadness I could not bear. I just wanted to tell you that the hardest thing I've faced wasn't the teasing or the pain. It was convincing myself I wasn't stupid, strange, or lame, and helping others do the same.
So that's me singing the part for Desi, and that's what I sent her when I'm like, hey, I need you to record this part for me. So I sent Decibelle this little solo track as a guide for her to sing with, and she did a fantastic job of it. And I actually have an a cappella here, which is the last thing I have from this early part. So I guess I should probably wrap up the concept of this. So really, if you've just tuned in, what we did was we went back in time and listened to a bunch of the stuff that went into making Great to Be Different from the very, very first early concepts. The very first chorus idea, which was Stupidly Happy, which, for those of you that are just tuning in, sounds like this. I love this song.
And we sang, isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star.
So we went from something like that to, the final song that sounds, it sounds like this.
Isn't it great to be different?
And what I'm going to leave you with here is this Dixie Chicks file, which Ben asked, what's with the Dixie Chicks file? So when I got Desi's vocals and my vocals all mixed together, I absolutely loved how they sounded a cappella. And in fact, I have a version of the song that's entirely a cappella, which I think is linked below. Instrumental with whistling. Okay, I do not have the a cappella. I could maybe add that. I can edit that in there because I do have an a cappella of the song, I believe. If I don't, then I'm a liar. But did I ever find the knob for my guitar? No. No, I didn't. I'm going to have to buy one. I'm lazy. But this Dixie Chicks file is basically an a cappella of the chorus with me and Desi's vocals on it. And the reason why I bounced this was because I was showing Desi, I'm like, dude, with our vocals mixed together, this sounds like super, super amazing. But here, just give a listen, and I'll leave you with that.
And I heard someone sing along, and we sang, isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star.
Yeah. When I listened to that, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So let me see if I have the a cappella, and if I do, I will put it onto this Great to Be Different over here. I think it might be in my Dropbox. If it's in my Dropbox, I'm just going to put a direct link. Actually, I maybe have another thing to show you. But let me see if Core score. Oh, hey, look at that. That's interesting. So there's another thing that I can show you. Sorry, this isn't even an audio file. This is not genuine Windows. I know, I'm terrible. Take a look at that. That is something that somebody asked me to put together. And that's simply the chorus for Great to Be Different, written out. And really, I should probably print that out and like frame it and stick it on my wall along with, you know, this, which is blown out, but there you go. But anyway, I might have one last thing to show you. I did an acoustic version, and I didn't like it, so I didn't release it. But I have it, so I might as well show it. Different. I could swear I had an a cappella for Great to Be Different somewhere. I have, it's funny, I have a bunch of mixes in here too. Oh, hey, there it is. I found it. So here's the a cappella, which I will copy right now into my Dropbox for all the world to see. And I will copy that Dropbox link, and I will drop it directly in the chat for you fine people. And I might, like I said, I might do a zip of everything that I did here tonight and just stick it in with this video once it shows up on the YouTubes, which, by the way, if you're just tuning in, you can see it later once it's YouTube takes it and processes it and does whatever crap that YouTube needs to do for it. Oh, this is a full... Oh, no, it's an MP3. I don't know why it's taking so long. It'll be up there shortly. If the link doesn't work immediately, it will work. Here you go. And here's what this sounds like.
I wasn't the pony I thought I'd be.
Let's skip to the good part.
And it's...
Sounds like we're coming into the second verse, maybe?
I turned around and I saw her at my door.
I hope Mary doesn't mind that I'm sharing this.
That cute gray mare with the wall-eyed stare. She said,
I've heard you play and sing before, and I heard a sadness I could not bear. I just wanted to tell you that the hardest thing I faced wasn't the teasing or the pain. It was convincing myself I wasn't stupid, strange, or lame, and helping others do the same.
And of course, I included the whistling in the acapella. Excellent. So yeah, like I said, I'll try to put all this stuff into a zip for you and let you download it. And I guess it's a 98.5 megabyte WAV file. Definitely not an MP3. Oh, really? Well, that explains why it took a while. But that's cool. WAV is, you know, good.
these
What is
last
Desi
few
doing
years
nowadays?
flew.
You shush. What is Desi doing nowadays? Desi is working on her Twitch channel, I believe, as Miri, M-I-R-I. I don't remember exactly what her Twitch channel is. Let me see if I can pull it up. Do-do-do. Where is my Discord going to show up? Is it going to show up over there? Is it going to show up over here? Yeah, it's over here. Great. I don't know. If I can get the information for her Twitch channel, I will link it in the description of this video later. And then that way you can check her out. I'm not sure where the acoustic is, so I can do one better. Let me grab a guitar and I will play a live version for you. And I haven't practiced at all, and I really should practice because I'm performing at Ciderfest in a week and a half, and I should really start practicing for that. Let me change a couple things here. I'm going to go ahead and just play Join the Herd. No. I'm going to hit this what am I going to hit? Early full song? No, we'll just early full song with guitar. I don't know. And just go back to this chorus idea thing. Perfect. Let me just do this.
And we sang, isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star. It was a dark day when I lost my faith. I wasn't the pony I thought I'd be, and it seemed that no one could relate. There was nothing left for me to see, so I took a walk to the edge of the town, thought of leaving it all behind, when I saw a little letter fall right out of the sky as a gray mare hovered way up high. I thought I was crazy when I saw her wave and then simply fly away. So I opened the letter and looked inside, and what was written made my day. It said,
Alright, I'm back. Let's see. How do my audio levels look? Not great. Alright, let's turn them up more. Yeah. Let's turn this way down so that you can actually hear me while I'm far away from the microphone. Check, check, check. Hey. Yeah. Alright, cool. Not Too bad. And I need to find my tuner. I don't know. Oh, it's right there. It is behind Tempest, naturally. Tempest doesn't want me to sing Great to Be Different because, you know why. You know why. Let's put this on here. Let's turn it on. E, flat E. I gotta admit, I'm ever so slightly nervous, but you know, we're all friends here, so I know that if I screw everything up on this song, you will forgive me. I hope. Yeah, pretty good. I'll keep these lyrics in front of me just in case I screw it up, even though I should know them. But I don't want to screw it up on a live stream because then it'll be on YouTube forever and I'm going to hate myself. So, how's the audio sound? Good? Good? Level's good? Begin the magics. The magics. Cool. Let's do it. Is this still on? This is still on. You turn off. Thank you. Oh boy. God, this is gonna be awful. I'm always so nervous about playing stuff like this. It was a dark day when I lost my faith. It wasn't the pony I thought I'd be. It seemed that no one could relate. There was nothing left for me to see. So I took a walk to the edge of the town and thought of leaving it all behind. When I saw a little letter fall right out of the sky as a gray mare hovered way up high. I thought I was crazy when I saw her wave and then simply fly away. So I opened the letter and looked inside. What was written made my day. It said, "Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star." To this day, the writing on that page is modeled by the tears I shed. 'Cause at that moment, something inside me changed, and a bright new path I led. I ran back home and I picked up my old guitar. I started strumming these chords. This is what happens when I hold up the guitar to like show it during the thing and screw it all up. And I sang the words along with this song. And I heard someone sing along at home. Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you
yourself, you'll become a shining star. This is why I don't play acoustic live. I turned around and I saw her at my door. The cute gray mare with the wall-eyed stare. She said, I heard you play and sing before, and I heard a sadness I could not bear. Just wanted to tell you that the hardest thing I faced wasn't the teasing or the pain. It was convincing myself I wasn't stupid, strange, or lame, and helping others do the same. These last few years flew by just like a blur. I'm now exactly where I should be, and I know I owe it all to her, the beautiful mare who believed in me. Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star. Isn't it great to be different? Isn't it wonderful to be exactly who you are? When you learn to start accepting yourself, you'll become a shining star. Isn't it wonderful? You'll become a shining star. Isn't it great when you learn to love just who you are? Good night, guys.